Well, you guys are amazing. Let's get started with some recognition. Everybody up for that? Drop a 1 in the chat if you love the recognition. I love the recognition. Dreamers in action. I'm adding people. I'm like forgetting people. I just can't even believe what's going on across these teams, you guys. All right, let's just talk about it. Are you ready? Okay. And honestly, make some noise in the chat for these people, because these are big deal people. I'm gonna preface it. We're in the presence of greatness right now. Number 1, I'm going to talk about 1-star Silver Circle, Kate Webb. Kate Webb, woo! Crystal director in record time. You're going to hear from her tonight to talk about how did you do it? How are you like an Isa Delight and a knee shot away from Crystal executive? But she already hit Crystal director, Angela Godber. Angela, you're amazing. Manager, Kathy Drenick. The consultants I want to talk about are Tiffany Mills, Marie Bostrom, Angela Sweet. Hit them up in the chat, you guys. Ibis, Madan, Kat Calderon, Alyssa Rispoli, and Tammy Guinness. Top enrollers. Are you ready for this list? Laura Laurie. She's coming at you tonight to talk about how can you be in this company for the duration of time she's been in and still hitting it up on the top enrollers list. Kate Webb, Blythe Tiffany Mills, Marie Brostrom, M. Sutherland, Angela Godber, Melissa Gibbs, Ibis Madden, Kat Calderon, Erica Elizondo, Lisa R.H. Roberts, Maria Keeney, Danielle Maloof, Richard Sands, Julie Wyckoff, Shelby Solis, Angela Sweet, Renee Reynolds, Sheila Sands, Hillary Baker, and Tina Asher. Gosh, I love recognition. Team win. Let's talk about it. 4-star Golden Circle, 4-star Crystal Executive. What in the ever-loving heck? Holly and Joel Kirsch. Whoa. 4 and 4. I love that. How crazy. If you guys know them, you know that 4-4-4 is so their thing. Now they're 4-4. Just amazing. Crystal Executive, Tracy Rutledge. Crystal Director, Jen Dodge. Yes. Crystal Manager, drop it in the chat for Jonathan Andrews, Tracy Miller. Top enrollers. I'm just going to say this is astronomical kind of business here. Jennifer Grace in Florida, 15 enrollments. That's in a week. That's just wild stuff. Nikki Rempel in Canada, 12 enrollments. Chelsea Noble, Mickey Alberts, Michelle Brocky, Tracy Svensson, Julie Hart, Shelly Smith, Evan Hernandez, Cut and Run. Got to find out who Cut and Run is. That's awesome. Janelle Kelly, Holly Kirsch, Ann White, Christy Staker, Tracy Rutledge, and Robin Boudreau, all between 4 and 6. What? You guys, how awesome is this recognition? And the coolest thing is tonight, I want to talk to you. Lauren and I talked about one of the coolest things. I love panels. At any event, I love a great panel. And what I really, really like is when people tell me how they're doing something so amazing. And so I want to introduce you to some incredible people. And I mean, they're all absolutely amazing. So Kristen Boquist, are you on the line? If I call your name, just unmute for us. Kristen Boquist, there she is. So I'm going to give you a real quick introduction. Kristen Boquist was someone I had been introduced to her by an executive on our team over a year ago. She said no, nutrition wasn't for her. She has a virtual fitness community that's absolutely awesome. She used to own a Zumba studio, very popular. Has a massive following at Lifetime Fitness. Her fitness classes are like legendary. And she said no, nutrition, no way, heck no. And then when the collagen came out, she was like, I may be interested in that. She was interested enough to enroll over 84 people in like 10 minutes. Like, she's unbelievable. And she's just doing some great things. I can't wait for you guys to hear from her. And then we've got Lauren Lewis. Many people know Lauren. Lauren, are you here? Okay, awesome. Lauren Lewis is just remarkable. She has quite a story. I won't spoil it, but I'll just say to you, another person who's about an Isa Delight and a knee shot from executive, and just doing a lot. Basically, I think her entire downline, which is growing like wildfire, is all cold reach outs. And I want you guys to hear, I don't think it's warm market. So I want her to share that. You've got Nikki Rempel out of Canada. Nikki is, make no mistake, when they say professional network marketer, if you look that up in any kind of encyclopedia, you might find Nikki's face appears in this entry. She's a professional, and I emphasize professional. She's been in this industry. She's had massive success, but she has built businesses in such a way that she leads with full transparency, complete integrity. She's no nonsense. She's as direct as they come. And she's a magnet for people. She is, I mean, she enrolled, let's say she had a week where she enrolled 18 people. She's literally hit 2-star Golden Circle twice, and she's been with us for 2 months. I want you to hear what Nikki's got to say. I'm also super excited about Angela Godber. A lot of people are fired up because Angela comes from another network marketing company. She came over here from a cold reach out from the brilliant Stephanie Dunn. She came over here and she was like, what on the comp plan? You can earn both pools, both bonuses in a week. Like what? And she was in an athleisure company. She is another person about to hit Crystal. I mean, she hit Crystal Director. We just recognized her, right? But please don't stop applauding for her because she's about to hit Crystal Executive. And then Laura Laurie, who I'm so excited about because it's called consistency. Jimmy Smith used to say, the only way to fail in this business is to quit or to literally give up on yourself. And Laura is not just an example of someone who's been consistent. She wakes up and is so damn motivated. She looks in the mirror and motivates herself. And I just want her to talk about how do you stay in the game at the level she has. She does. If you know her at all, you know, she can fire you up in about 2 seconds, but she just continues to just breathe fire. And her business has accelerated. And I want to talk to these women. I'm going to ask some questions to them. Lauren and I talked about some questions we think. I'd like to know if I were you guys, but I want to just let you guys know, this is a great time to say, you know how you look and you go, wait, how is she doing that? What are they doing? This is your opportunity to let's get raw and real. And I know when I asked these women, I just said like, bring your authentic, just be honest about what you're doing. And so if you don't mind, Lauren, I'd love to start with you and just ask you the question about where are you finding people? And just tell people a little bit about what you've done and what you're doing in terms of finding people.
Yeah, absolutely. So I will tell you, I came to the table with zero warm network. I have my, my friends and my family, but honestly, I've got a couple of people that are buying product, but nobody that just truly wanted to jump in and do this with me. So I have literally just been hitting the ground running with my cold market. Okay. Social media is my best friend right now. That is where I am finding all of my good builders. And I've got quite a few on here tonight. And I'm just so thankful for that. But honestly, it is just authentic relationships. It is consistency. It's literally just mindset, heart, consistency. That's what I go by every single day, showing up and just making the calls, just reaching out. Being fearless, because let me tell you, when I first came to the table, I was scared to death. Network marketing was just, I'm sure all of you have had, bits and pieces, those little ounces of fear that just set in when you're about to do those reach outs, but it's just getting out of your own way, just being bold and fearless and just courageous and doing it. And you build the muscle once you do. And I tell you what, I don't know how, but just the consistency of sending, plug into the system, the scripts, and I say scripts, I'm not just using word for word scripts. We definitely, throughout our team have something that we kind of plug into and then make it as personable as we can. And we'll post some of those things in the chat. Erica, you know what I'm talking about because I post the one that I use pretty frequently. But more than anything, it's just before I ever even mention the business, the collagen, it's building those relationships. It's taking the time, doing the monotonous every single day, likes and commenting, and just finding those people that you would really want to do life with, that you just feel kind of a common ground with, if that makes sense. Just people that you would love to have on your team. And I pick about 10 people a week. And I go for it. I do probably 20 to 30 reach outs a day right now, but I have those 10 people a week that I'm just constantly plugging into their social media, sending messages, sending comments and liking on their, posts, but more than anything, just trying to get to know them on a personal level, trying to really establish that, rapport so that they trust me, I trust them, and then, eventually talk to them about the business, talk to them about the collagen. And quite frankly, lately I've had a lot of people just through conversation ask me about it. I mean, building those relationships, they trust me, they see what I'm doing. I highlight it all over my social media, and so they're like, what are you doing? What is this? What's the collagen? What's this opportunity? I see, and a lot of people, go ahead.
I love it. I love it. And honestly, I think it's a perfect segue. I want to ask you, Angela Godber, because you got a cold message from Stephanie Dunn. You were at another company. Can you jump in here to what Lauren's saying and just tell us about what it was like? Because honestly, when you guys are sending those messages, don't you think about it from the person reading its perspective? And so Angela, I'd love to hear from you. Can you just give a quick 2 bullet points on where you were in your life and kind of.
So I was ride or die for my last company, and I had made this reel on social media and it went crazy. It went crazy. And so Stephanie, actually, I was getting cold reach outs like crazy, like, hey, I think, and it all sounded like the same, but Stephanie's was different. She sent a voice message, which I loved. And she didn't even talk about her business. She's just like Lauren just said, oh my gosh, you have 3 kids. I have 3 kids. We both love the Peloton. She goes, honestly, I would seriously just love to get to know you better. And that's literally like what sold me. I go, you are so authentic. And and so then of course, I looked on her page, and then next thing you know, I'm like, let me try this collagen, and then it turned into something like amazing.
So she never really even brought it up to you. It was just, she stayed consistent with her stories. And
very consistent. Like, hey. She did a 3-way with Lauren. And then Lauren, is just amazing. And so she's like, I would love to support you. And it grew naturally, with the relationship. She showed some support with my other company that I was with. And so then of course, I want to show support with her, but then the next thing I know, I'm trying this collagen and I'm getting crazy results with it. And my husband is insane results. And the next thing I know, I was like, I just got paid and I didn't do anything. Explain to me more, what is happening? And then after that, so then I got on a 3-way with Lauren. Lauren breaks down the whole business plan to me. My eyes wide open because I've never seen a comp plan like this in my life. And then the collagen just basically sells itself because all the before and afters. And then once people get on it and try it, then next thing you know, it's organic. People are just reaching out.
Now, have you made more money so far in Isagenix than you did in your previous company?
Hands in, let's see, I started in May, late May, and I've made double. And I was with that company for 8 months. 8 months. And I made more
Can we talk about that?
A month and a half, double.
Okay.
So
you've got, everybody's got really big excuses, right? So they say, I don't know anyone, I don't have warm market. So thank you, Lauren, for dispelling that. That one's off the table. If that was your I'm out of warm market, Lauren just took that straight off the table. Angela, you've just taken off the table that people that look like they're really happy in other companies may not be in their proper alignment, or they could come here and I think what you just said math-wise is about 10x, right? If I take 2 months versus 8 months, you've made double.
Oh my gosh, totally.
Your income, right? And so watch out for Angela Godber. That's all there is to it. With that being said, timing. So a lot of people go, oh, that person said no. Okay, well, thank goodness that Kristen Boquist said no, but finally she said yes. So Kristen, if you don't mind, can you talk a little bit about timing and just what made you say yes to Isagenix? And then when you did, holy moly, how do you enroll 80 some people in a hot second?
So can you hear me okay? Okay.
Yep.
So I'm polar opposite from Lauren. So I loved hearing her side because I've been almost entirely a warm market and the cold market is my weak area. So I'm like, I'm going to message her and get some tips. So for me, it was need of the product. I personally needed the product. And so when you came to me, although I had said no, I saw this product that could benefit me personally. And I did jump into the business and personal use at the same time, but my rapid results of personal use allowed me to share that. And I mean, when I tell you, I have put up the worst pictures of myself known to man. I've put myself out there, no makeup, mugshot, and that authenticity and that kind of rawness has really reached this community of people that I am very fortunate to be surrounded by. And I do have a large community because of what I've done in my life between owning fitness studios and working for gyms and that kind of thing. So, just really putting my true story, my personal story out there at the right time and needing the product myself has really kind of been pivotal in the success of enrolling others.
And so you would say pictures sell.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. So what would be your advice to people that, they're like, hey, I have some good results. What should they do?
Well, I first of all encourage people to take their own pictures when they use the product so that they themselves can see the progress. Because, when you see yourself every day in the mirror, you're going to hear from people, some people that say, I don't see the changes. And then you say, did you take a day one picture? And then you encourage them to take another picture. And then they look and they're like, holy moly, like I had no idea. So, that's just a little side note, encourage people to get those pictures. So, sharing your own picture, sharing a timeline of pictures, what happens from day 1 to day 30, to day 60, to day 90, to day 120. And, letting people see that not everybody, and share multiple people's, because not everybody is going to have results at day 30. Not everybody's going to have results even at day 60. My sister, she didn't have results until like day 70 or 75. And just in the past week and a half, I've heard from her several times, sending me pictures of her face. She's like, I can't believe it's all of a sudden all coming together. And it makes me want to cry because she never threw in the towel. She had faith in the product. She had faith in the science. She saw that it worked for me. She was bummed it wasn't happening earlier on, but she stuck to the plan and it finally happened. And so letting people know through pictures that it won't always be, even day 30 or 60. So I think all of those different sort of anecdotal, picture stories are what show people what they might experience. And that's very powerful.
So a couple of things that these guys are saying that I really want to, number one, Lauren dropped one of her messages that she sends into the chat and her response rate's around 75%. She's saying, using this verbiage, what Kristen's describing, guys, is that pictures sell. Posts are valuable. If you don't agree that your results aren't, like if you're like, oh, my results are only okay, I don't think I have great pictures, use other people's. Pictures get people's attention. The reason that people are saying, oh my gosh, this product is green lights only, the reason is because people see pictures, and that conveys way more than you could ever describe to someone, than they could ever get from Amanda Larson's video. Pictures are everything with this product. Now, I know a lot of people have activated into sharing, but Laura, your business was already great, but you've seen a big acceleration. I think it would be interesting to hear just what you're seeing, how you're helping develop leaders, and really what advice you give people that have maybe been in it for a while who say, I'd love to go to the next level like Laura.
Well, thank you. Consistency, you mentioned it right in the beginning, Jess. I mean, it's all about staying consistent and being fearless. I loved when Lauren said being totally fearless, because I have been doing this 7.5 years. That warm market was gone a long, long time ago. So really utilizing social media. And I talk to everyone, the delivery person, the grocery store checkout person. I talk to everyone, and that's your cold market, but they become your warm market pretty quickly. And one of the things that I have been doing is using the tools to help my team duplicate, right? Because duplication is so critical in this business. If you make it simple and you give them a system, they can just duplicate the same thing. And then you start to create momentum. And I love the simplicity of the system with collagen. I mean, a year and a half ago, we didn't have collagen, and it was a lot more complicated to be duplicative in what we did. I'm just so grateful we have collagen. I wake up every morning and I'm like, thank you, the Cougars, for collagen. It has never been easier. I mean, I probably enrolled, I told Lauren this, I probably enrolled, I don't know, 75 people pretty quickly. And I never got on the phone with anyone, right? When we were doing nutrition, you had to have a conversation with about 85, 90% of the people you got started. With collagen, you just follow the system, add them to the Facebook group, send them the video. Here's an order link. I don't have to talk to anybody. Then I send them a message and say, hey, congratulations, you're getting collagen. Here's what you need to do with it. Oh, and hey, by the way, who do you know that wants the same results? And send them the video on how to get paid. It's so simple. I get goosebumps. Like, it's the easiest thing I've ever done, and I love it. And it's so easy to show other people how to do exactly the same thing.
So in watching you, what impresses me so much is that you tell everyone about how to get paid, right? Can you just really quickly tell people what's the simple system you use to tell people about that? Every person, no matter what they're here for.
I ask everybody, who do you know that's looking for the same results? They want less wrinkles, they want thicker hair, they want smoother skin. Who do you know that wants the same thing? And they may or may not offer up anybody at that point, but once they enroll, I include a text message to them that says, you know, take your pictures, you can refrigerate it or not, shake it up, put it in the fridge. And by the way, here's what you get when you get 2 people started with you. Break it down for them, send them the graphic of, you know, that you start 2 people and you get the $200 plus the product coupon, blah, blah, blah. And then I follow back up with them, you know, a week, 2 weeks in, and say, who do you know? Are you loving the collagen? And then I love the little video too. So I'll follow up usually a week later if they haven't kind of jumped in. I'm fired up for this week's promotion, you guys. Like, this is a consultant factory week, right? For all those people.
Month, right? It goes until July 20th. It goes, just keep doing it.
This
Repeat.
is going to be so amazing for us to create consultants like that. Even people that don't necessarily want to share. This promotion is so brilliant. I can't tell you how excited I am.
Yeah.
Like,
tell people what it is real quick, just so you say what it is real quick.
yeah. So when you share with 2 people, not only do you get the PIBs for the share, but then you get a free box of collagen. When you share with your 3rd, you get $60 cash. But the really beautiful part of that is when you start adding that into like a brand new person who's like not shared yet, right? They're going to get the PIBs, the consultant bonus. They're going to get the free box of collagen. If they share with the 3rd person, another $60. So it is just a huge incentive for people to share.
So every single person that I've ever enrolled is getting a message about that with a cool graphic about the promotion. So every single person. So absolutely awesome. I love it. Nikki Rempel, are you on the line?
I am. I'm finally in good service.
Okay, very good. Okay, a complete legend in the industry, just an enrolling machine. One thing I'd love to know about from you though, Nikki, is this isn't your first company. You've now seen behind the curtain of Isagenix, but you have great things to compare this to. Do you mind just sharing, because some people on this call, maybe they've been in one other company, but most of the teams, they have never been in another company. So this is their first. So they don't really have anything to compare it to. Do you mind just giving a little bit of a picture on what your opinion has been in comparison to what you've done in the past?
Yeah, I would love to. Thanks, Jessica, for having me on. I think probably the biggest thing for me, I came into the culture of collagen. So I didn't come into the culture of the health and wellness. I've been in a health and wellness company, a top distributor in a company, and that is hard. Like, I can't remember who it was that was speaking earlier said that you had to hop on a call with 85 to 90% of those people. And it was very labor intensive. So when I saw the collagen and I saw the culture created around it, now when I saw that, but then when I seen the leadership here and the duplication system, I was sold. I knew that I could do this and I knew that I could help. More than me being able to do it, what's more important for me is that I can help a lot of people make money in the industry. And that's where I've always looked, because we can't do anything big unless we help a lot of people do, unless we have a lot of other people, right? And so for me, it was really important to find a home where I could help a lot of people go after financial goals for themselves. And so I saw that here when I met Jessica, when I met Ashley, Daniela, and Brandy's who signed me up. I mean, when they showed me how simple this was, I was blown away. But then I got to go to corporate and see how professional it was, to see that they've got you don't have to worry about corporate. You don't have to worry about customer service. You don't have to worry about, there was a lot of things I've had to worry about in other companies that I had to take care of because the company didn't take care of it. So, and here to see that wouldn't have to take care of it, that the company's doing their job so that literally the distributors can just distribute. That's it. We don't have to problem solve on a corporate scale. We don't have to do any of that stuff. Shipping is amazing. I'm in Canada and shipping is amazing. So that's always a concern for me in Canada, is the shipping and the shipping times. So when I saw the professionalism of the company, it really solidified my decision to really dig in here. And I'm going to be honest, the culture of the collagen it blows me away. It is so simple. You do not have to hop on calls. I do hop on calls with people that are going to build, and I'll hop on a Zoom with them. But for the most part, you don't have to. And I love that because it frees time for everybody. It frees up my time. I don't want to be on three-way calls for forever. I haven't had to do three-way calls. I don't know if you guys used to do three-way calls or whatever, but that's a culture that I love that we don't have to do in the collagen. And my team is just naturally finding the products. I love that. They're just finding it themselves, hearing about it in the chats, seeing it on the website, and they're diving into the other products, which is awesome.
Okay, so something you said there, tell us about you're enrolling a ton of people. Do you use a system for enrolling people?
Do I use a system? Well, my system is 10 reach outs a day. I've done that system for about 8 years. It's served me well. It's made me multiple 7 figures in the industry. If you can just touch 10 people a day, warm market, lukewarm market, hot market, cold market, follow up, whatever it is, if you can touch 10 people a day, it's mind blowing what will happen for you in the future. Because here's one thing that I think people need to remember is that it takes between typically 2 to 15 touches for somebody to purchase. I'm finding collagen is actually a little bit less, which is awesome. Like I'm not finding that high of a touch rate, but when I'm looking for my business builders and I'm reaching out to people, most of mine is business contact. I'm asking people to join me in the business. Okay.
So you reach out to me, tell people what you're saying, because it's working.
I'd be like, if Jessica, if you were my warm market and I had your phone in my phone, if I had your phone number in my phone, I'd have picked up the phone and said, listen, Jessica, I'm super busy right now. I'm so excited about something. I have found an opportunity that is ground floor opportunity, not a ground floor company with one revolutionary product. If I was to send you some information, would you take a look at it? We can hop back on and talk about it later.
Okay. So we have to spend a second on that. The first thing she said is, I'm really busy. Guys, my cousin used to say when we would go to a nightclub, look popular. Look popular is the concept of what she's saying, right? You look popular. Everyone wants to be with the people that look popular, look busy. Being busy means that her business is exploding. You said, I'm so excited about something, right?
Yeah. And I don't want them to, I want them to know I'm too busy for them to ask me questions right now. I don't want to tell them the price. Mm-hmm. I don't even want to tell them about the product. Mm-hmm. I want the tools to do all the talking.
The tools to do all the talking. I'm sorry, I have to write it in the chat. I want you to write it on your notes if you're taking any notes. The tools will do all the talking. So she's too busy to answer any questions, but you let them know I'm really excited. And then, did you guys hear what she said? I want to tell you about, I have a ground floor opportunity with a company that's not ground floor, a single product, and a 3-step simple system. Is that what you said? A 3-step simple system for duplication?
Yeah, 3-step simple system. Anybody can do this with me. And we're going to, sometimes it depends on who I'm like, we're going to blow this up. We're going to kill this. I want to send you some information. If I send it to you right now, can you talk in about 2 hours or whatever? Like I'll pick a timeline. Mm-hmm.
So do you hear that there's a formula to this? Confidence, posture, future casting is really what she's doing. We're going to blow this up. We're going to blow it up. I'm having so much fun. I'm so excited. When you're excited, people are excited. And I love that so much. I'm super busy right now, but I'm super excited about something. I have a ground floor opportunity with a company that's not ground floor, single disruptor product, simple system. Anyone could do this.
Yeah.
You do this with me. When can you hop on a call? Do you guys think that does anyone say no to that? I would think that you get mostly yeses.
Oh, nobody says no to it. Absolutely nobody says no to it. They're super curious. Even if they don't join me, they're going to look at it. They all do, because they're so curious about what I'm talking about. And when they ask me, tell me more, what's the price? I'm like, I don't have any time right now. I'm sending it over to you right now. And then we're going to chat, and then we're going to chat. And what I send them is literally the verbiage that Jessica gave me to get them into the testimonial page. I send them the 3-minute video that I'm not sure what the girl's name is that does the video. Okay. Yeah. I send them that video, and then I send them, now I have a picture, and I send them my picture of what has happened for me. Literally, most people don't want to wait for the 2 hours it's going to take before I can hop back on a call with them or on a Zoom with them. They're like, send me the link now and let's talk.
Yeah.
That's how most people are. Now, in most of I work in my warm. Am I cutting out?
Nope, you're perfect. Perfect. Sounds good.
Okay, good.
So I love it. I know Brandy Brokaw will say to people, and I think this is really smart, in the same kind of context of what Nikki's describing, if people are really asking her, like, what is it? Like, do you use collagen? Oh my gosh, it's liquid gold. I could pee my pants. I'm so excited about it. And so I would not shy away from saying collagen. It's such a buzzworthy thing. I love what Nikki's doing, but if someone pushes me, I'm like, girlfriend, do you use collagen? Basically everyone you know with a pulse is talking about or looking at collagen right now. It's the hottest thing in the world. This is being called the #1 market disruptive product in the beauty category right now. Nothing like it. So that excitement, enthusiasm, like passion goes a long way. So Angela, I'm going to go back to you because someone asked about, what about MLM? Are you getting any people that are feeling like, ooh, is it a network marketing company? Are you hearing that? Angela might be frozen. Anybody else feel like is she frozen for anybody else? She's frozen. Okay. Lauren, do you mind grabbing that question? Do you hear people saying, is this an MLM? Is this network marketing?
Honestly, I haven't. I mean, excuse me, people that have shut me down pretty quickly, you know, might have some, you know, negative response about network marketing, but usually it's the people that are already in network marketing. It's the people that are with another company that feel like they're happy, like they're, you know, on top of the world. They have the right product, they have the right, you know, opportunity and whatnot. And so those are typically the ones that just don't want to deal with another network marketing, you know, company coming after them. But I don't really have, I haven't had just regular individuals, you know, shoot down the whole network marketing. Or whatnot.
If I can just interject, number one, if by the definition, like, because you guys know I ran the industry, by definition, we're not an MLM. An MLM is different than what we are, right? So we're paid infinite volume. It's different than we're network marketing, frankly. But I will tell you, if someone says to me that, number one, I'm going to tell you what I heard when Lauren and I were told when we first started. If you, and I mean this with love, I say it with love and with an opportunity for us all to grow. If you are hearing any objection often, there's a good chance that you hold an energy around it that's speaking louder than your words. Like people used to say, oh, if anyone tells me, like people say collagen's expensive, they have an issue where they think it's expensive. Or they have, if people are asking you like, is it an MLM or having reservations about it, it may be that you're transmitting an energy around an MLM. And I say that with love because I had things like that where I was like, people keep saying the same thing to me and no one else is really getting it. But one thing I'll really, really say to you is that I do a lot of cold reach outs like you, Lauren, and people will say no, right? Because they don't have a connection with you or they make an assumption. Always, and this happens to me all the time. Someone will write back, go, no, thank you. I'm too busy to do that. Or no, thank you. I'm already in another company. And I always, and do you understand how many times, if I could tell you that 85% of the time, those people enroll. And here's why, because I leave them a voice message and go, I totally understand what you're saying. Thank you so much for being so gracious to respond. I would love to chat with you because someone with your social influence, I would love to just get your input on what we're up to, because someone like you could give me gold. And honestly, I might be able to add value because I saw that you were doing X, Y, Z, and I have a little bit of insight into what you're doing. And I thought it was so fascinating what you said about being a photographer. And just voice memoing them back often says to me, whoa, I actually do want to talk to you. So I want to tell you that if someone says, it's an MLM, I would say it's a virtual franchise partnered up with a company that provides the most cutting edge product that I've ever seen. And we teach people how to do this. It is a network marketing company, 100%, but it's different. And most people who've ever seen anything to do with network marketing look at what we're doing and go, whoa, that's different. Try that and see what happens. So Angela, I saw you, there you are. Angela, the question was around just network marketing in terms of, have you encountered people who've had a stigma about network marketing?
Oh my gosh. It's a pyramid scheme. You're making money. Only the people at the top make money. And yes, I've heard it all. And I'm just like, oh gosh, you guys, I just feel so bad for you because you don't see the beauty of how amazing this industry is. I wish, I honestly feel like my other network marketing company opened my eyes to what is possible. And then this company just blew my mind with wow, the comp plan and all of that, because there is no comp plan like this. Because other network marketing companies, I worked my butt off to make money in my other company that I was with. And with this one, it's like bonus, 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 So yes, I've heard it all. And all I got to say is you guys just don't understand. It's a beautiful thing. It's just a team and just encouraging your team.
Jess, can I chime in here for one quick second? Okay, so this is such a great question. We have a lot of things to talk about, but one of the things that I want to circle back to what Lauren Lewis said, and it's confusing with the different Laurens, but the Lauren Lewis said that she uses a template, right? It's not an exact script, but it's a template that then she can go off of as she's individualizing these. So we have been on the receiving side that you got the same message that 50 other people got. Right? It's like, wow, they forgot to even change my name. I'm not Melissa, or whatever that is. Where this is different. She's got this great script, but she goes, oh my God, I saw you were out with your son Brooke and blah blah blah, or I saw you were here and I love your shoes. You add this little bit of personality that makes it different, right? And so that first of all will get that objection out of the way, because you're human, right? And you're not necessarily doing what other imposers or people who give us a bad reputation are doing. But then the second thing that is so important, without shaming another company, is that Jessica's saying here with this virtual franchise language is the conviction. It's the belief, right? And it's the vulnerability and the empathy of, hey, I get where you're coming from, but you should really look at this because I care about you. I've been in messages where Jessica says, I used to think, the same thing. There's too many people doing it the wrong way, but this is what happened for me. And this is what I can see possible for you. And that's the key, is really not trying to get defensive. It's like all these people hate MLMs, right? Because we personalize it, but it's understanding where that comes from. And I was that person that got that objection all the time because I hated the industry, because all I had seen was the hardship of it. I lost my mom lose a house. She foreclosed on a house because of a pyramid scheme when I was in high school. But it's a matter to say, hey, why do you feel that way? Or what have you experienced that's a problem? And then just being able to relate to them. And I would tell someone, I say, I've had a lot of shitty massages, but I've also had a lot of good ones. So I'm not ever going to get one again. I just will choose a more individual place and a more, corporate place or something, right? And to say, hey, where does that come from? I've probably had some bad experiences too, but if you're open to even looking, I think we're doing it differently. But that's what makes it personal, and that's what makes it a little bit from the heart. So sorry, I just wanted to chime in there a little bit, because that's a good question.
No, I love it. So Kristen, one question I'd ask of you is, what's the number one tip that you'd give someone who's like, gosh, I want to do what Kristen's doing?
I am very, very honest. I make sure that in everything that I do, I walk away with my head held high. So, you know, if I'm building relationship, it's coming from the heart. If, you know, somebody has questions, I answer them honestly. And probably one of the tips that has resonated with me the most is don't focus on the sale. And that has helped me tremendously, because in each interaction I go into, rather than thinking close sale, close sale, close sale, I think build relationship, build relationship, build relationship. And that has, for me, kind of been the magic sauce.
Ann White just posted something, and I love this concept. And so it's exactly what you're describing, detaching yourself from the outcome. And that's true. Like, if you enroll, awesome. You'll be blessed. It'll be so fun on the team. If you don't, so I love you. We're having a great relationship. And I love that you do that so beautifully.
And if it doesn't close, then if you leave it, you know, with an okay, you know, I totally get it. That's fine. You know, now's not the time. No worries. If you change your mind in the future, reach out. There's so much respect in, you know, parting that way, that I've had quite a few people come back and say, okay, I'm ready now, you know, because they know that they can trust you.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And what would you say in the time you've been with Isagenix, what's been your favorite? What's been something that's blessed you infinitely, more than that surprised you, that was a blessing?
The relationships with all of you guys. Like, I have been floored. I just, the kindness that pours from the people on this team it's just completely exceeded anything I ever expected. I mean, I knew you'd build a few relationships, but I mean, people from, you know, different groups, they reach out, they offer support, they offer help, they offer tips. Everybody shares, you know, like you might see a really, like a post, you can tell somebody poured a ton of time into. They, you know, put it in a chat, they say, here you go, guys, use it. A beautiful graphic, a video, you know, it's just the support system here is like no other.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Laura, you've been here for 7 years. What would you say? What's one of your favorite memories of Isagenix?
There's absolutely nothing like our events. And they're some of my best memories, because you just being in community with, you know, 10,000, 12,000 other like-minded people, the energy that you feed off of, the amount of belief that gets built, just being around people. There's nothing like it. And if you've not been to an event, I know Celebration is virtual, but so many of us are doing things together. Get there. I can't encourage you enough. It will change your life, your business, everything that you do. Events have been the most memorable. I mean, my first celebration was 2014, and it changed my life forever.
If an event changed your life, if your event changed your conviction, belief, determination to do this, drop a 1 in the chat, because I think that's an amazing point. Laura, I want to just say to people, you guys are you're getting together where?
Denver.
Okay, so Laura and Lauren and a number of, I know you guys have a great team headed to Denver. We are doing something here where I'm at this in the summer in New Jersey at the Jersey Shore. We have people coming for this, but here's what I want to tell you. I don't care where you live, have an event yourself, right? I know that the Bro Calls and Tombaugh are going to do something. Nikki and I have talked about her grabbing some people in Canada, or her going to some of her team members, doing regional events. I implore you, if you're close enough to drive to the Jersey Shore, come for the day. Be in this energy of the team. People go, oh, it's an event. Like, I'm good. I'll watch it at home. I'm sorry, friend. It's not the same. Look at the ones in the chat. If I wouldn't have gone to NYKO in 2014, there is zero. And I mean zero chance that I would have ever done this. Zero. I can tell you the exact moment, sitting next to Lauren, she was Sims then, sitting next to her when I was like, Lauren, what do you think we should wear on stage? We're doing this. Let's go. Because Jenny had her sit next to me and she hated every minute. She thought I was the most acerbic, rude, arrogant East Coast person. But honestly, thank God, somebody's talked about, you know, Kristen, you talked about this community changes people. Thank the Lord that it changed me because I was just so arrogant and terrible. But I remember looking at a woman who lived 20 minutes away from me, Grace Smith. She walked across the stage. It said Westchester, Pennsylvania. And it said she had made $1.4 million. And I was like, Lauren, that's 20 minutes from me. We're doing this. What do you think we should wear? I don't know if I'm going to wear white. I'm not going to wear white. What do you want to wear, Lauren? And she was like, I don't know who brought this East Coast energy, but it's not jiving. But anyway, the community changes you, but events change you more. And so imploring you, if you join Laura in Denver, you'll be blessed. If you come to New Jersey, we'll promise you a great time. If you are close enough to Houston, I know Brandy opens up a lot of her events. No matter where you are, if you're in Indiana or Florida, I think Janelle Kelly's having an event where she is. Just get together with people and watch it. Okay, go ahead. Ask Quinn. Okay, so guys, are there any other questions that we should just ask these amazing people? Lauren, what's been, just, you're newer. I asked Laura her favorite thing. What's been your favorite memory so far in Isogenics?
Oh my goodness, going to corporate, being surrounded just by the leadership, just by the empowerment. It was honestly hands down one of the best experiences of my life. It was
For anyone, if you're planning a trip to Phoenix, the headquarters is in Gilbert, Arizona, anyone can go there. They do tours for anyone. I know both our teams are planning executive retreats. We'll announce soon what the qualifiers are, but you want to become an active executive and stay there and grow your business and join us in Phoenix, and you'll get to come to corporate. And I'm talking, the last time we did one 2 years ago, Kathy and Jim hosted our team at their home for a private cocktail event, just us sitting with Jim on a couch, like chatting with him about how he met Kathy. You want a cool experience? That was special. So Angela, I know you're recruiting a ton of people. One thing I know people want to know real quick before we start, if there's any other questions, please drop them. But how are you recruiting so many people in such a short amount of time? What are you doing?
I'm just basically saying you have to try this new marine collagen. There's nothing out there like this. And then I kind of just lay out the facts, like don't be the powder collagen. Your body only absorbs like 20 to 30% of it. Stop wasting your money. This is 30 days money back, or you get your money back. And look at all these pictures. I don't even like ask if they want to see pictures. I just send the pictures in like the messages. I'm like, look at all these people that are having results. This is my son's preschool teacher. This is my husband. This is me. So I honestly think that when they see real pictures of like your son's preschool teacher and me and like other people, then they're like, oh, this is actually like legit. Mm-hmm. So I think just that, and then the follow-up. I always have to follow up, because even if I reach out to somebody and maybe they're just busy, because I'm busy, I'm so busy. And I'm like, maybe they just forgot. And I'll say, hey, Debbie, did you see the message I sent you? And they're like, oh my gosh, yes, call me. So then I call them, and then on the phone, and then that's it.
I love it.
The product just sells itself.
Do you guys see at the core, these people that are having massive success are doing a couple of the same things? Is everybody feeling that? Like, it's different styles. They're really different backgrounds, but they're doing a lot of the same things. So Nikki Rempel, if you're still on, what's your next goal?
I am still here. So my next goal, I don't even know how to say it, but it's the next golden circle.
So 3 start.
Call that.
Okay.
So 40 cycles. I don't even know what it is yet.
But you're gonna get.
That is my next big goal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it. And what about you, Angela?
Crystal executive. I'm 2 away.
Away. Okay. Well, that's going to happen this week. There's no doubt about it. Kristen, what about you? What's your next goal?
Same, Crystal executive. And I'm also, I think 2 away. I feel like I'm in quicksand.
Yeah, 1.5 away. And I'd call that about to happen by Sunday. There's no doubt about it. I feel so good about it. Laura, what's your next goal?
Crystal Executive, 1.5 away. So excited.
Gosh, what in the, we're gonna have, this is gonna be next week, Lauren. I hope, don't be hoarse for the recognition. Holy moly. Laurie, what about you, sweetie? What's your goal?
2 executives by celebration, create 2 executives by celebration, and hit 4-star golden circle again. And stay there.
Woo! Guys, when they say success leaves clues, these people have goals, right? They all have goals. They have a goal. I mean, Nikki knows it's 40 cycles. She doesn't even know what it's called. She's going so fast. So may we all attract the people that don't even know the exact terminology. They just know they're going to hit it. And I know, and this is one thing that I just want to honor you, Nikki, just the way that you're running. She literally has this kind of posture. I go, Nikki, this is what you have to do. She goes, I got this. I got this. My goal is that we were talking about how to get 2-star again. She goes, I go, okay, you're already at 18. You got 1 match. You think you're of 2 ghosts. We're like, or maybe it was 16, where she was like 1 away. And she goes, I got this. I plan to be 22 on the screen. I already got it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. May we all attract someone with posture, confidence, conviction, and certainty like that. And all of these women, I want to honor you. All of you have similar, if we're not looking for magic dust here, guys. We're looking for very similar behaviors. They're sending out messages with authenticity. They're real, they're direct. They're all using pictures. They're all using a system. And by the way, if you heard what they're saying, they all care deeply about people. Have goals. This isn't magical. This isn't special. I mean, you are special, but what they're doing isn't like so unattainable and woo-woo that none of us can do. We all can do what they're doing. And I love that you guys honored us with all of this. PVC, page video cart. You described it, Laurie. I know everybody is using that. Now I want to just invite you to drop off if you're not okay with a spoiler. What? Give her a hug, please. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. My daughter's saying that her sister won't hug her. And so, but I want to invite you to jump off if you are not okay, if you don't like people who spoil secrets, if you would prefer to find out about the new product at Celebration, July 30th, I'm going to invite you to jump off. I'm going to give you a second to just say, leave meeting. Mine's in the bottom right. Leave meeting, because we're going to do a little spoiler alert. We've got some people who've been using the product. I'm going to edge it into the camera. Did you guys see it? Okay, jump off though. Okay, I want to just also ask Erica Rothenberger, you've been using this product for 30 days. You are doing a call for our team, an exclusive, a full out reveal on July 19th before the rest of the company finds out.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo, woo, woo.
Can you give people just a little peek into what it's like?
Yeah, all this deliciousness. Hold on 1 minute. So it comes with this beautiful gold top. And all I'll say, it's obviously we're all looking so good, you know, skin, hair, nails. This is the feel good, the part that the inside that you can't necessarily see. So stories are going to be huge about what it does inside. But all I'll say is stress, sleep, immunity. And I will tell you, I truly believe it's helped next level my workouts. I ran a 5:53 mile about 3 weeks into this, and I don't think I've ever run a 5:53 mile, even with a giant lion or tiger chasing me. So I swear this product is like gold. It's going to be amazing. It's going to next level all of our businesses, and just watch out. Look good, feel good. It's like double trouble magic in bottles. Like I get to take 2 shots a day and not have a hangover.
It's one of those products, guys. If you enjoy Ionix, can you drop a 2 just so I know where people are that notice and feel a difference in their life from Ionix Supreme? Ionix Supreme changed my life. Stress, sleep, and belly fat, it's everything. This would be as if you took that and took an amplifier to it with a magnifying glass, set it on fire, and fed it steroids for 6 weeks. Do you agree?
100%. It's like going from like using an iPhone 2 to going to an iPhone 20. Like that's how I felt, like worlds of difference. Like, and I stopped taking Ionix, and I will tell you that like this is amplified it times 10%. times 20%, mean 20 times, I'm sorry. But you can take Ionix with it too. So you can, you know what I mean? They both have phenomenal benefits.
And so, I mean, you guys aren't going to tell anybody else this that's outside our team, or we don't want it to get back to the company that we've shared some of this, but it comes in a box similar to collagen, right? And I'll just show you the tagline on it. It says, "Serenity looks good on you." And I'll tell you, I know, some of the people that have been taking it have noticed it immediately. Like they take a sip of it and they notice it. One thing I'll tell you is I know that works on stress because I hold all stress in my jaw, like clench my teeth, it hurts. It actually, my face hurts, which is kind of an awkward thing to say, but I feel it. And I'll tell you what, I feel this just release so much. I can't even describe to you, and nothing has ever done that for me, where I feel like just a more zen feeling.
It's like, and again, like, it's like having that, like, if you know, sometimes maybe a glass of wine does it to you and just kind of gives you that, it's like that without the alcohol involved with it. And that's how how I feel when I take it, but it's not like a jolt for myself. I didn't feel it right away. It took about 2 weeks, but then it was like, all of a sudden I didn't take it for like 3 days. I went away on the weekend. I could feel the difference. Like I could feel myself more edgy and more like stressed. So it's just amazing. And then Kelly Dicker, who's been taking it, she said she felt it like literally she took one and she like felt it. So again, it's like collagen. Everyone's going to experience it differently. And it's so great that we have these testimonials. We did, taping of it. They're going to be making stories and everything to help us really share with people.
The smell of it, the smell and the taste are even those. It smells like a boozy day spa that's really fabulous, that like serves you fancy cocktails with like lots of fruit in them. Don't you think, Erica? Like it has rose petals in it.
And it has like a little fuzz, like it's a little effervescent. So it's like a little like spritzy, which makes it fun. And the bottle's beautiful. And like, just think about the other people we can reach out to that we haven't yet. Like, therapists that want to add something on to their patients, or yoga studios, or like, there's just such a plethora of like new people that we can go and share this with outside of, hair and nail salons right now. Not that we can't share collagen with everyone, but it's just a whole nother demographic. And I think, I really think this product's going to really, not that collagen hasn't already touched a lot of males, but I think this is going to touch males even more. We have an awesome runway and an awesome opportunity. And we already have so many people that love our collagen. And now they know there's something else to add to it, to their arsenal. Like, watch out.
Yeah. Okay. And so I just want to like wrap this kind of conversation up by, hopefully no one was upset that we're spoiling a little bit of things. There's more surprises for you guys that love surprises. But I feel like one of the things about collagen that it's been so explosive is it was perfectly timed. It was so well done, right? So perfect timing. Collagen came out. The whole marketplace is buzzing about collagen. The world's been looking at themselves on Zoom and realizing it's just why injectable, the people who do Botox and fillers and facials and lasers, why their business is exploding. People have been looking at themselves. We're perfectly timed on collagen, and we haven't even scratched the surface of what that product will do. This, guys, I mean, you got to be sick. I literally can barely sleep because I'm telling everyone I love, could there be a better time to release a product that deals directly, clinically with stress? Could there be a better time where people have felt this unbelievable, just overwhelmed, just the weight of the world truly on their shoulders? And here we come with an adaptive. I mean, you got to be so fired up about
and
that.
Jessica, I think the other part that's so cool, it's the exact same price point. So it's not learning all new price points. It's so the duplication is there, guys. It's still PVC. Add them to our page, send the video, send the cart. Like the duplication for all of us who want to build with it. I mean, it makes it so simple, and they're going to have some phenomenal packs and stuff that will combine them together.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. So I will just tell you guys that I just think the timing of this is so good. And it's why if you talk to me at me or Eric, I know both of us will be up at 1 o'clock in the morning prospecting, and we'll be back up at 5 a.m. prospecting. She's 53 miles. But the reason I'm so excited is because I just want everyone I ever cared about in my life to get a position right now because it's going to explode. The UK, I want everyone over there to get in on collagen before it launches July 29th. I want everyone we know or that will meet Cold Market that's out there praying for a solution. I want them all to be part of this. And so it's why I'm going to trade sleep. I'm going to trade sleeplessness now for sleep later, because it's like Janny told Lauren and I, like, sleep later. You guys, I remember telling her I want Janny, I want to take a break and read a book on the couch. And she said, you read a book later. Right now, you go and change your family's life for 3 generations. And that's what I want to tell you guys now is I really want to read a book. I actually still do, but I'm going to go out and I'm going to just keep doing what Lauren Lewis described that she's doing. I'm going to do all what you're doing, Angela Godberly. I'm going to do all that and then some. I'm going to talk to people that are happy in other companies and maybe they're fine, but maybe the alignment here. I hope and pray I'm as consistent as you, Laurie, because wow, you're just amazing. Kristen Boquist, thank you for being open to these opportunities and just saying, man, she was a no until she was a yes. And when Kristen Boquist was a yes, you guys, whoa, 80 some people, yes. And she's still saying yes. She'll be a Crystal executive and it'll be just green lights for her. And I just know it. She's such a remarkable person. And for Nikki Rempel, I honestly hope that people are drawn to me and magnetized to me in the way that they are to her. But imagine having been $1 million earner in a company and being that coachable, that she says, I'm just doing what the systems are. I'm just looking at leaders and saying, tell me what to do and I'll do it. And I just want to honor each of these women because they have such special qualities. And guys, they're part of our organizations. Are we so lucky? If you loved what they shared, would you just drop them some love in this chat and let's just send it off to have the greatest week. As Laura mentioned, that promotion is straight up gold for getting people to executive, getting yourself. If you're already an executive, go again with your team. It's also gold for just helping people get paid and experience that feeling of just.
Kristen, that was absolutely amazing tonight.
I love that. I love that Erica Rothenberg doesn't even wait till we're off the call until she starts sending people voice messages of love. That's a freaking leader. I'm so fired up about all of you. I want to honor you, Lauren Frierson. You're one of the greatest leaders in this entire company. I thank you all for everything that you share, contribute, collaborate. Let's take everyone and go straight to the top. Have such a great night, guys.